Klagenfurt, Austria says hello again to the whole pool billiard world once again, and it's kind of sad because it's the last day, but it's the final day, and I want to welcome you again from the Sportpark here in Klagenfurt to the Predator World Pool Billiard Championships 2023. We are here for the big final of the 10-ball Women Championships, and ladies and gentlemen, this will be a thrilling final. Let me introduce you our athletes. Give it up, representing the Philippines, Chezka, Centeno. And also a warm welcome to the final, representing China, Han Yu. I also want to introduce you our referees. The game is officialed by Danilo Herbestreit and assisted by Mikko Jati. And now it's time for the big final. Players, please leg for the break.
And here we go, folks. Chezka, Centeno and Han Yu will break for this race to 9, playing 10 ball, alternate break, WPA rules. Winner of the break of the leg will break first and will be breaking on it when the score is even. Han wins the break. Chezka to break second.
They've actually ruled there that they didn't leg at the same time, so they're going to re-leg. They have to lag within a decent amount of time of each other. Just accidentally didn't realize when the other was hitting the ball.
And just the reverse now. It looks like Chezka will break first. This can be an all-important thing when you get to hill. She's breaking. The winner of the leg will be breaking, and it's an advantage to break.
Yeah, a small mental edge, winning the lag off the break, getting the first break, and as you said, will be guaranteed the break if it goes hill. This
is George Teacher in the booth with Eric Horlefson.
Pleasure to be with you guys. What a great match we have here. Two of the best in the women's game.
They've been battling since Wednesday. They started with 48 invited ladies to this tournament. We're down to the last two. $50,000 prize money. Last year it was $30,000, so a $20,000 raise for the winner.
Right up there with the biggest prize money ever on offer in the women's game.
Adds to the pressure.
Centeno going with the cut break. Nothing down. Tough opener for you, but she'll be going offense here.
This has been a truly international event. Countries represented from all over the world.
Position for the two ball's tough. It's tracking the right way onto the right side of the table. Could possibly play the two in the same pocket as the one. Watch out for the cue ball here. One in the pocket. First opening of the match goes to Centeno. George, we were talking before the match about Yu's record in major finals, and she's won 6 major championships, 3-time World 9-ball champion and 3-time China Open champion, and she's never been defeated in any of those, in any final.
So she comes into her own in the finals.
Yeah, clutch player for sure. Centeno has never been in the final of a world championship. She's won the All Japan Women's Open. As you'll see right from the get-go here, she plays with pace, she plays with confidence. Kind of player that if things start going well for her, she can kind of run away with it. Going to be tough to do against you, though. Staying in line nicely over the first 3 shots here. Natural cue ball movement to the 5. Can see she kind of just gets to the shot, gets down on it, sets real quick. Confident player. similar to Josh Filler, Victor Zielinski, see Jason Shaw, players that are just naturally talented and are able to set into the shot very quickly.
No effort in the pocket ball so well.
Yeah. First rack over within about a minute and a half here. Overdrew this one a bit. She's just straight enough. Just like that, Centeno gets out to the first lead of the match, 1-0. Gonna be you to break in the second rack. You's been breaking from the middle all tournament. Playing really well, by the way. Matches I've done of hers, less than 3 mistakes a match. And as we mentioned, her prowess in the finals is, her track record speaks for itself.
Well, in the final 16, she won 9-0, 9-2 over the reigning champion. And then she had a tough match with Alison Fisher, the Duchess of Doom. What a match that was. 9-8.
Down 8-4 in that match, won the last 5 to win the match. Centeno's been pegged as a rising star from the Philippines for years now. She had some good results in 2016, kind of stayed away from the North American tournaments for a few years, but has always been touted as one of the top female players in the world.
Yeah, she also had a good turnout in 2023 at the Women's World 9-ball. 2022, excuse me, she was 5th.
Hit that one a little off square. Good overall dispersion of the balls, but when you hit it off square like that, less of a chance of the balls behind the 1 going in the side pocket. You can see the 2s just kind of trickling over there. 5 went short of the pocket. Centeno's right back at it here and decently in line.
And this is what you has to stop Centeno from doing, is getting rolling. Once she gets rolling, it's like a freight train.
It's a tough train to stop for sure. This rack's looking pretty good. Bit of movement from the 6 to the 7. Has to swing wide of the 7 here. See her playing this with a fair bit of right spin. Risk in that is that the cue ball could run into the 8. Played nicely. Still in line here. 5 balls on a good line to get on the 6 where you can come back 2 rails and into the angle. So even though there's cue ball movement, it's the kind of movement you'd want. Set up nicely for that play. Going to come 2 rails across here. Might be a little straight, might choose to draw it. Right in control. Last 4 balls on the racking end of the table. Got a little straight here. She's going to have to either cheat the pocket to get a little straighter on the 8. Draw options kind of out of the equation because she's on the rail. This is actually a lot tougher than it looks here. She could cheat the pocket to the left a little bit and play 2 rails inside the 9. Going to choose to elevate. Nice shot. Straight enough. Watch out for the 10 here. Good shot. So, strong start from Centeno.
Very. And this 10-ball for a 2-game lead. One thing about both of these players in this tournament, neither one lost a match.
Yeah, they were both seeded in stage 1 of the tournament. You actually survived the Hill-Hill match in the winner's qualification against Hiraguchi. Centeno's wins have been pretty strong, going undefeated all the way through. But again, in the semifinals, she had that big comeback against Allison Fisher, being down 8-4, coming back with the win.
Yeah, that was sparked by a long rail bank shot that really got her going and was able to come back.
Centeno hits the break hard. Always a threat for a break and run. Had the one ball tracking towards the side, got kicked away, but ended up going on the opposite side. Pretty straight on the 2 here, and the 4-8-6 is kind of blocking where she needs to free up the cue ball for the 3.
She's lined up pretty straight.
She can power draw out of it. If she has a little angle, she might consider following as well. Look at that shot. Down quick, just fires it in. This is a real strong start from Centeno here. Got a little too much angle to hold for the 4. Might be able to kill it. Try to come back for the side. Looks like she's covered by the 6 and the 8 here. Can't get directly through to the 4. If she can, there's a reasonable safe with the cue ball lining up with the 8.
Looks like she might be able to bank this.
That's very aggressive.
That's the only part of the ball she can see.
That was really aggressive. I mean, she could have put the 8 ball in between the cue ball and the 4, but might be a sign of things to come from Centeno. She's going to fire at this title. And she was on a 2-game roll there.
Well, she plays a decent safety game, but her offense is outstanding.
Sure, when you can shoot those offensive shots at a high percentage, it's going to shy you away from playing defense as well. Yu's got a combo on the 8. Has to think about how she can control the 4 here. Four actually pockets directly in the corner as well. First shot of the match really for Yu. Coming in cold after not shooting for 2 games.
She had to power that to get it back off the rail.
Caught a roll though. Got Centeno stuck here.
Going rail first. Another aggressive shot.
Nice shot. Tried to hit a certain part of the ball. Achieved that well. Got rewarded. Yu's going to have a pretty high percentage safe here. Left it open. Have to see if the 4 is able to pass the 8 in the long pocket. It's close. If it does pass, I would see Centeno going for it. If not, she can play behind the 6, 7, 8 wall.
Defense all the way.
Shot there. Too far out in the middle of the table to jump for Yu. Should be going all in here, trying to kick at this ball. Kicking to pocket it. Look for her to hit this ball with speed to hold the angle coming off the side rail. try. Hit it solidly enough that she stuck the cue ball. Could be a window between the 6-8.
She could play it between the 8 and the rail for a rail first shot. She tried one earlier.
Caught the window, just has to decide what she can do with it.
Oh, wow.
Oh, she's backing off to the side rail. Might be able to see certain parts of the ball, but not anything that's going to help her. Great kick safe there. Nice speed. That deserves a round of applause, and here it comes. Centeno's played some great shots so far in the first 3 games. You will be going at this ball 2 rails. Possibly 1, because if you go 2 at it, the cue ball is going to hit the 10. Kind of came behind it. Decent result. Fluke the 10 in, and is the 10 going to get in between the cue ball and the 4? I think it's just to the
Pretty close.
right of it. So just as a reminder, we're playing call shot 10 ball here. If anything was close to possibly going in, the players would call it, but that was unlegislated for there.
And there are no early 10s in WPA rules. Has to be the last ball to go in for a win. If it's pocketed and called during the course of the game, it just gets spotted back up like a regular object ball.
Kicking at this with a thought of making it, but also just hitting the cue ball or the 4 thinly on the right side. Great shot. Created distance again. Nice kicking battle here from these women. If it had gone in, she would have had the 6 as well. Great shot. Finally a break in the kicking battle. Just missed the 4 on the top side of it there.
She was trying to make that ball with that 2-railer going to the top side of it.
First good chance of the match for Han. She needed it. Didn't want to see Centeno getting up to too big of a lead here. Knew she needed angle to get back for the 7, so took the 2-rail track back, which was going to lead into more angle on the 6. Rest of the rack is lying pretty good.
Do you prefer to come back for the side pocket or just for the corner?
I like the side here. Got a little off angle. Can still power back for the 8 in the side. Nice stroke. Yu is so fundamentally sound. I mean, you know, on those shots that are higher level difficulty, and I've seen it throughout the course of the tournament, she makes them more often. Not that that one was that tough, but some of the real tough ones, her fundamentals really hold up. Nice timing towards the cue ball, nice slow backstroke.
And one would say her record attests to that,
For sure.
especially in the finals.
Yep. Staying in line nicely. Right where she wants to be on the 10. It's going to be you to break in the 4th rack. Nice start to the match here, as expected.
Two to one. As the sponsors and partners for this 10-ball World Championship, it's Predator, Q Sports International, Kamui, Ocean Billiard Sport Academy, and the WPA. Fargo is used to kind of rank the players internationally. And Han Wu is 788. Chezka Centeno, 763. 25 points difference, meaning there's, just a little difference in their ability to play, but it's all recorded with results.
Probably going to give a 10% edge to you as far as Fargo. I feel, we got kicked in here. I feel like Centeno can play at a higher level than what her number is.
Oh, most definitely.
Yeah.
And the other thing about it, like that 25-point difference, is one good roll, one good shot, one bad roll can make up that difference.
It's a close match. Once you start talking about 50 points or more, you're talking about a pretty decent favorite, but anything within about 25, the player playing better on that day is going to have the edge. Centeno going at this rack pretty quick. Must feel like the 5 goes in the side, or she's just going to play safe on the 5. Having a look now to see how available it is. Seems happy with it.
Looks like it goes.
7 doesn't quite pass the 8 into the bottom right corner. Tough to say here. She could get very. She's looking at the 7. It might go the way she's been playing it, but she's gonna have to track the cue ball to the left here, and it's tough to get tight enough onto the 7 on the off the 2 rail play. So she chose to go into it. That was gonna work out beautifully. What a shot!
What a time to look at it, though. Once she's already there, she could have looked at it before.
No kidding.
She could have opened it up then. Great shot there to open it up.
Just wasn't able to draw quite enough. Was a little too thin on the 7. She can track the cue ball behind the 9 here. Could get aggressive and try to play a 2-way bank. She did call it. She's that type of player that's not going to back off in these situations. Played it with 2-way element in mind. Got it to the middle of the short rail. Nice thing for Centeno here is the 8 ball's frozen to the rail, so takes away the options, a lot of safe options. That was really all she had. She was trying to hit the 8 thinner and get it over to the right side rail into a safer position. Just hit it too thick and ended up playing it over the side. So Centeno, big favorite to take a 3-1 lead here.
Took no time in making quick work of the rack.
She'll be breaking the 5th rack as well, so Anne's going to have to try to stay with her here in the next couple games.
Scores 3-1. Chezka will be breaking when she comes back. Trying to increase that.
Both these women have played in men's tournaments before. Centeno actually has a top 50 finish in the U.S. Open. Han Yu played in the World Pool Masters once, almost beat Shane Van Boning. Definitely world-class players, both of them.
Their Fargo's putting them at the top of the women's top 100, according to Fargo.
Yeah.
Breaking from the side again, Eric.
Yeah, she likes it. She looks like she's confident. She's going to stick with this attack area here. Nothing down again, and left you straight in on the one here.
This is dangerous. The other player can get going with a start like this.
Rack's lying pretty well, too. Gonna have to get kind of a small angle on the 3, but she'll be able to get the angle she wants on the 2 to make that happen. Cue ball moving nicely towards the 3 on the angle that she wants. And she's perfect here. Able to put an aggressive stroke on the 3 still. Cue ball tracking over to the side rail. She's got 2 options. She can leave more angle on the 4 to come across table for the 5, or she can try to get straighter on the 4. Has to decide which one's going to allow her to get back to the 6 better. Chose the straight option. Cue ball probably be tracking between the 8-10 going up table towards the 6.
Careful not to lean over and touch the 6. It is all ball fouls.
Part of the reason why she's using the bridge here. Don't forget, we are under a 30-second shot clock. I don't feel like Centeno's ever in much danger of threatening that. Could be in certain spots if she's indecisive, but both women playing at a good speed here and managing the clock well. Cheated the thin part of the pocket to get the cue ball off the rail a little more. Very small risk of getting the cue ball in line with the 7 here, but she'll have that in mind. Chose to play it on the lighter side to take that out of the equation. Did give herself a little too much angle here, though.
She'd like to come up just a little more for that.
Nice slow drag with left spin there. Slowing the cue ball down as much as possible and tracking it to the left as much as possible. Nice shot. Kind of stuck in between bridges here. Down at the end of her shot clock, was indecisive on the bridge. It was just kind of an in-between shot overall.
You know, that is one of the things the players have to get used to, and you would think by now they are rather attuned to it, but it can always catch you off guard. The shot clock, that is.
I think the mistake for you there was not getting a little bit more aggressive at the 6. And, you know, she probably did want to come down, but as I mentioned, she was just a little underdrew this ball. She was just a little worried about the 7 getting in between the cue ball and the 6 coming up table. Quick potting there from Centeno. Got out of line, didn't phase her at all.
Natural potting, too.
Yeah.
And as you mentioned earlier, kind of filler-esque.
Yep. Pocket speed there. Centeno still playing with the wood shaft, no glove.
It's almost a rarity nowadays.
Yeah.
That carbon fiber.
Nice hit. Took the aggressive approach there.
And back on the winning streak. Increases the lead to 3 games.
He's
This
going
is
to
a
take
race
a
to
break
9.
here. Strong start for
Time
Centeno.
out for Han Yu, so that gives us time to move, ladies and gentlemen, a quick step on the toilet. And yeah, the score is 4-1 for Chezka Centeno against Han Yu at the moment. Race to 9, you see it. Also 9:1 aktuelle Führung für die Dame aus den Philippinen, 4:1 im Rennen auf 9. Also kurzes Timeout für die Chinesin und das heißt, der Yoshi hat sich schon den ersten Interviewpartner geschnappt.
Ja, der sich immer ganz lässig wegtritt von mir, unser K-Chef, der Gerald. Du hast ganz genau zugeschaut, ein bisschen überraschend aus deiner Sicht, der Spielstand oder passé?
Ja, schon ein bisschen überraschend. Der Han Yu hat ja gerade die China Open gewonnen in Shanghai. Und jetzt schauen wir mal. Ich gehe mal davon aus, dass sie nach der Pause zurückkommt und wahrscheinlich eine Aufholjagd starten wird. Ja.
2 Fehler gemacht, eiskalt ausgenutzt, muss man sagen, das hat sie gut abgewartet. Man gewinnt die Spiele nicht, habe ich gehört.
Ja, also wie gesagt, das sind zwar sehr würdige Finalgegnerinnen und ja, ich denke, wir werden noch ein schönes Spiel sehen.
Also ist noch lange nicht vorbei. It's a 9th Game, auf jeden Fall. Und das jetzt, die Uhr läuft dann noch zum Timer. Danke mal, Gerald, für diesen ersten Einblick. Jasmin Oschan haben wir auch irgendwo gesehen.
Ja, die ist jetzt abgehört, weil sie nie gesehen hat.
Ja, zu Recht. Ja, sie geht schon in Deckung. Ist im Gespräch.
Ja, aber sehr tolle Partie und das ist auch ein bisschen das, was wir angesprochen haben, auch im Vorfeld. Yoshi, eben Chezka Centeno, ganz, ganz stark. Also wir haben es auch gesehen, ja, Fehler gnadenlos ausgenutzt, wenn die Tür offen war, sofort zugeschlagen, auch jetzt in den beiden letzten Punkten hier. Also ganz, ganz stark das Spiel von ihr. Und wir sind gespannt, wie es weitergeht. Also 4-1 aktuell, der Status-Quo ist 4-1. And the next interview partner.
Ja, ich habe die Jasmin einmal einfach aus dem Talk rausgeholt. Jasmin, hast du auch das Match schon gesehen bis dato? Wie gut gefällt es dir? Ist überraschend der Spielstand?
Nein, überraschend nicht. Ich meine, wir haben 2 Top-Damen im Finale und die sind ja aus einem bestimmten Grund im Finale. Also es ist natürlich sehr einseitig jetzt noch mit dem 4-1, aber es ist noch alles drin und das kann sich noch jederzeit drehen. Also ich glaube, bei den anderen Matches hat man gesehen, es fehlen oft oder man braucht oft nur einzelne Sequenzen und Situationen, die auf einmal ein Match drehen können. Also da ist noch nichts fertig, aber es ist natürlich hochspannend und die 2 Damen haben es natürlich auch sich verdient, da in diesem Finale zu stehen.
Wir haben es gesehen, beobachtet zweimal einen Fehler und zweimal eiskalt ausgenutzt. Wartet man auf diese Fehler?
Ja, natürlich. Ja, im Billardsport ist es schwierig. Man kann ja nicht eingreifen, wenn die Gegnerin am Tisch ist. Man kann versuchen, was reinzuwerfen, aber ich weiß nicht, ob das immer so, ob das gut ankommt. Nein, man muss auf seine Chancen warten und vor allem das Schwierige bei uns ist, du musst halt in diesen Momenten dann wirklich bereit sein. Und bis jetzt hat die Chezka halt wirklich sehr gut gespielt. Die haben, glaube ich, noch nicht so diese Chancen nutzen können, aber wie gesagt, das kann sich relativ schnell drehen.
Auch lustig natürlich. Ah, Marco, es geht weiter, oder?
Es geht weiter und somit für uns noch einmal ein Auftaktapplaus. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up once again, Chezka Centeno and Han Yu.
And we are back to the live action here at the Sportspark in Klagenfurt, Austria. Chezka Centeno to watch her opponent, Anu, break. Trailing 1-4. Must get something going.
You changed her breaking position there. Went from the side rail for the first time I've seen her in the tournament.
And the more experienced player broke dry. Opportunity for the young 24-year-old from the Philippines.
Two balls kind of surrounded. If it passes the 7, she can get to a spot kind of near the middle of the table where she can pocket it. Looking to just get on the 2 to play safe here. I feel like she has enough of it to get the cue ball behind the 8.
She landed nicely on that.
Yeah, 8 ball is a big ball here. There was a stun option as well where he could have got the 2 a little further away, but went with the rolling option and just caught it a little thin on the left side. Four ball is going to be the key ball in the rack for you here. Looks like it actually passes the 7 to the upper right, particularly how she's played that position. She had that in mind. Well, she's in control of this rack now. What a nice battle of titans here we have. Yu's going to be fighting to level up the score. Centeno will be pushing to get closer to the finish line.
Trying to take advantage of every opportunity to get rolling again.
Yeah, you could see when she runs out, I mean, she runs out in less than 2 minutes a lot of the time, you know. It's just very fluid play. And that can be intimidating for the opponent too, you know. It's kind of like the pressure's always on them.
One of the things I'll tell you, I commentated her match with Alison Fisher, and Centeno did not, it wasn't flowing at the very beginning. Towards the end, when she got going, and inspired by that bank shot that she made, it really turned things around.
Yeah, I haven't seen her play much personally, but did she keep the same pace all the way through at the end? Like even
At the end she did, although she did give Allison an opportunity, and it kind of got away from Allison. Important shot here.
nice stroke right in the heart of the pocket.
Some snapping of the finger there, praising that shot. That usually comes from Latin America. That's how they say good shot.
Pretty much perfect position here. Can leave that shot short if you don't get all the way through the cue ball. Played it nicely.
Perfect cue ball.
Yes.
She's moving so well.
Solid rack from you. Pretty much pinpoint position on every ball that she needed, where she needed to be. Little on the rail here, but she's okay. She can hit at natural pace coming up the right side of the table. Clawing back.
Nice shot there, making sure she didn't let that cue ball leak towards that side pocket. Okay. Gets it done. picks up a game. She's still too shy to tie it up.
Interesting contrast of styles here, you know. Yu is the player that's more in control. Centeno kind of plays with feel and heart. A lot of different styles that can be effective in this game on the men's side and the women's side.
At 6:30 p.m. here local time in Klagenfurt, we will have the men's final, the World 8-Ball Championship, which will feature Shane Van Boening seeking his second world title and his first 8-ball world title, and the young Sanjin Belivanovic from Bosnia-Herzegovina.
First time in a world final. There's the 1 on the side. That's the ball they're going for. She's on the 2. Cue ball looks like it could play between the 7-8 and around 3 rails for the 3. It's a decent chance for Centeno here. And this is what she'll want. Maintain her lead. Unfortunate she has to shoot it with the bridge because it's a tough shot to execute, but she'll have to step up. Nice hit. 5 ball is the only ball that can get her, but she's going to be okay. Great shot. Just a light round of applause there, but that shot was tough.
All that trying to hold for the 4-ball.
So if there's any knock against flow players is that they can make kind of odd mistakes sometimes, right? I wouldn't say that it's something that you can't shy away from if you're a talented player, because you run racks really quick as well. But they seem to make the easier mistakes instead of the harder mistakes. Left an edge, and actually enough of it to bank it in if Centeno likes it. It's wired pretty well to the pocket.
Yeah,
she's going for it.
I think she goes for it.
Got it. Nice shot. And here comes a big power draw. Watch this stroke from Centeno here. 9-foot draw. Nailed it. What a shot. Just makes it look easy, George.
She does, and she'll come back. Oh, she's going to go forward 2 rails.
Under all the pressure in the world, too. Doesn't matter. Just get up and hit the ball, right?
Well, one of the things I've noticed about her is pressure doesn't matter to her when she gets in her flow. She just lets it rip. It's like she's practicing. And that's the scary part. When the player, under this type of pressure, arena, cameras, lights, crowd.
Final of the World Championships.
Finals of the World Championships. Looks like she's practicing.
Yeah.
You got your hands full.
It's scary.
Straight back again, or will she follow?
Gonna go follow here. 10 balls a little further on the left side of the table, so better attack angle from the right.
This to increase her lead.
Nice
Right
rack from Centeno there.
Gains her momentum back on her break.
Got a little fortunate after missing the 3. Yu was forced to play safe, but just turned that half mistake from Yu into a game winner.
I believe that was the first break and run of the the match.
She ended up making that mistake on the 3 there.
Oh, that's
yeah,
correct.
But that was the first real break and run chance. And Centeno will draw positives going forward that she made the 1 on the side there. If she can take note of the speed and the cut angle, maybe she can make the 1 again. That's what they're both going for, breaking from the side rail here.
Anu, sponsored by Predator Cues, CPBA Cloth, and Rason.
One went a little short of the corner, almost banked into the opposite corner. Covered completely though. Almost made the 4-railer as well. Could get really aggressive and kick at it, but I doubt it.
As I look at this, that's not a bad idea. It lays pretty well for it. Because right here, she may have given up a shot.
Yeah, she won't be able to cut it in. She kind of left her
no.
in a spot
Never
where
mind.
it's playing into a double kiss. She could draw the cue ball to the right and try to play the 1 in between the 7-9. Looks like she just has enough angle on the left side of it. Nice shot. Tough spot for Centeno to push out of. That's where we were even considering kicking it in, which would
Exactly.
be a lower-ish percentage play, but it was a tough push and didn't get the best of it here. Actually left an edge where Centeno is going to be able to defend. Look at the cue ball.
And
Yeah.
went all the way to the corner pocket. That new cloth allowing it to stay close to the rail.
Yeah, it just didn't really cross her mind that the cue ball could actually scratch there. She thought it was always going to the side rail. She would have hit it at less speed if she felt like the scratch was on. Just a little misjudgment.
Now everything here looks pretty open for Han.
Yeah, rack's looking good. One decision is to play the 5 in the long pocket or move the cue ball a little more to play it in the same pocket as the 4. I don't mind the long pocket here. Playing into the angle, moving the cue ball less.
Ooh. Trying to force that cue ball over.
Yeah, just got a little straight on the angle, and anytime you're playing a ball with speed like that, if you catch any part of the either rail, you're at the risk of rattling the ball, and that's what happened there.
Does she have a path to come up from
She
this?
does.
To attack from this angle?
She's going offense here. She's going to try to kick it in. Too wide. So both players catching a little roll on this, making an odd mistake on the 3 and then catching a little roll and getting the edge back in the last 2 racks. Corner pocket's freed up now for the 5.
She's left herself pretty straight in here.
She has. Still looking to get above it. Just a little worried about drawing behind the 8, maybe. Aired on the side of staying away from the 8. But would have expected to do better with ball in hand. Just heard the shot clock getting in her backstroke there, so going to take a little extra time here. She's actually considering the long pocket now. Kind of made her change her decision.
In which case, that ring from the shot clock helped her.
Yeah, I
Change her
guess.
mind.
Yeah. Don't usually see that. She was a little straight on the 4, and it was would have had to overhit the speed a little bit, and the cue ball could have came up a little sharp. So just decided to play different positional play. Nice stroke there. Shot clock running down. Close bridge on the rail, not a bridge you see a lot, but lets you stay in control when you're elevating on the rail. It's in good line now. Bit of movement from the 8 to the 9, but the 9's very accessible over the corner pocket.
Needs to tighten up this match, and these 3 balls are a good way to get there.
Got nice and close to it. Ended up a little straight, but should be able to cheat the pocket to the right and play 2 rails towards the 10. So a bit of back and forth here in the last couple racks. Both players hanging in with each other. Going to be Centeno to break in rack number 9.
We had another major World Championship with the juniors. We had 3 categories, under 17, under 19, and girls. And your new World Junior Champion for the under 17 is Darren Asaku Sitores from Indonesia. Adrian Passad from the USA was runner-up. Under 19 was Yannick Pongers. It was an all-Netherlands affair with Mika van Berkel, runner-up. And in the girls, Han Xinyu, Chinese Taipei, and Sophia Mast from the USA were your finalists, with the Taipei player winning the World Championship.
Yeah, good to see the Americans back in the final of the Junior Championships. Speaks to the resurgence of the game in the U.S. A lot more high-level play going on there in the last 5 years than there were previously.
Cue ball.
Got kicked in. She was safe in the middle of the table there, but got kicked in last minute. Yeah, it's unlucky.
Kick and spin. The cue ball was spinning. The kick spin helped to go in. Unfortunate.
Racks all available.
But you know, that's exactly how players can come back in the alternate break format. Little breaks like that. The uncontrollables of pool.
Yeah, Centeno's been playing well, so you would think for you to get back in the match that she would need a couple rolls here and there. Yu's played well as well. I mean, really only three to four mistakes between both players in 8 games. I feel like the cue ball's tracking enough to the left of the 8 that she'll be able to travel naturally towards the 3. Caught a bit of the 8, which gave her more angle, but she can still manage this. Gonna have to take a longer shot on the 4. Couple good recovery shots coming up from you here to get back in line. Very nice. Back in line now.
This will probably be the hardest shot.
Yeah.
Only a glaring mistake may cost her this rack.
Down to the end of her shot clock there, but all the preparation was done. Felt okay to continue with it. Little straight on the 7. She could choose to really power up here and draw the cue ball back behind the 10, but that's depends how much angle she has going to the left. She'd want to avoid that. Looks like she might be going for it. Could cinch it as well. Punched it over. Good shot. Move the cue ball less.
Just needs to come down just past the side pocket, if that.
As expected, very high level play from both players.
And does Timball to get within 1 of leveling up the score at 5? And down it goes. The good thing for Centeno is she will be breaking. I'm sorry, no. Han will be breaking.
Yeah, hands break next game. She's actually been struggling on the break a little bit. Broke the first 2 from the middle, and that's the first time I've seen her switch over to the side rail all tournament, but was trying to mix things up and switch it over to the side. Still didn't work, really.
This tournament is being played on the Predator 9-foot tables, the Arcadia Cloth Predator, the Predator Arco 2 balls, Predator bridges, the Arrow rack, and the arena lights that you'll see reflecting off the balls when they are racking them. There's 7 lights above this arena, 1 for the table, 6 for the arena.
Oh, the 1 was right in, but the 8-ball caught her on the way to the pocket. Didn't make anything else.
And it's going to stay that way. Nothing down, and an open shot on the 1 to get started. Everything is open. 3 to the 4. It's a long shot, long ways away, but there's a roadway to get there.
Yeah. She's going to look to bring the cue ball, I think, outside the 5. 2 rails outside the 5. Avoid everything in the middle of the table.
Will she even threaten the side pocket here?
It'll get
On the
close.
left?
It'll get close.
She
yeah.
knows where she's going with
Yeah,
it. So.
just got to make sure that she doesn't get back in line with the 6, so she's got to go close to the pocket, but
Pretty close.
sure. Top players do that well, though. They're not
Yes.
they're not afraid to play close to the pocket. They know where the ball's going, you know. If the positional track requires that, that's what they're going to do. Look how quick she gets through the rack.
Oh. Nice rhythm to the game.
Thought out the 3 to the 4 track really quick. Rest of the rack's lying easy. Kind of surprised she moved the cue ball there, but just feeling it. Got a little straight. That's why she's coming over to check the angle of the 10. Would like to move the cue ball closer to the 10, but she's going to have to accept the distance here. Very nice.
Very efficient with her time at the table. Now that was a break and run. Running out the rack from her opponent's break. She will be breaking at 6-4.
Centeno made the 1-2 breaks ago. Got kicked in last break. Made 2 balls after getting kicked in, so she's starting to get more offensive on the break. There goes the 1 again. And a shot on the 2. Centeno's first chance to kind of pull away in the match here. She's played an excellent final so far, especially for being her first time in the World Final. No sign of nerves, nothing. Just like you said, George, just kind of playing like she's practicing. A lot of heart, a lot of nerve. Staying in line well here for the first 4 balls. Little distance on the 5, but nice angle to come back for the 6. Bit of a tester here.
Overran the position.
Yeah, I feel like she's going to have to slow roll this, but just stay down. Look at that. She went after it. Just to make the decision that quick and go out and go after it, she just believes in herself.
And she's been right
No kidding.
every time.
Gonna have to elevate here. Pocketing's reasonable enough, but still missable. Good shot. Watch out for the speed here. Ooh, got in the middle. She was playing the corner there, overran it by about 3 feet to the point where she has a shot in the side.
Yeah, she had a 10 ball like this in the last game, just a little bit tougher than you want to have them at this stage.
Nice shot. Didn't let it affect her. Great play from Centeno.
Closing in on that race to 9, 2 games away. Nerves should be starting to race here. As they say, the first game and the last game are the toughest to win, but I don't see it coming from this young lady.
I think she's pretty icy in her veins from what I've seen so far. Of course, Han's a champion too. She'll be fighting hard. All it takes for her really is a chance.
The one thing about the alternate break format is it doesn't give them a chance to string racks and make up that deficit fast.
Yeah, now that Centeno has the break and run going, she's in a good spot. Hands moving back to the middle here.
With the Predator Gold Rush.
Six and 9 just missed, hit it well. Didn't leave a shot on the 1. 4 ball's gonna save her here. Centeno hasn't had to play safe for a few racks. He's gonna overcut the 1 here. There's a small chance at pockets, George? No.
Small. It might.
It goes. Pardon me, bad call. I apologize.
No, it's
Nice
hard to
shot.
see from this angle. I had to look at it twice, and I thought, that's got a possibility.
So she's back on the run-out track here.
Well, Centeno robbed Han of a break game before last, and then broke and ran her own rack. If she does it again here, she's going to be looking very tidy to take the whole thing. She's playing excellent. This is the best after seeing her play Alison Fisher, she played nothing like this.
Well, the thing that impresses me too is it's her first world final. You can tell she's hungry, and she just, you know, seeing the finish line and doing what she has to do to get there. Very impressive play.
This flow was just not in her game in her last match, in that semifinal match.
Wow. Clinic. Just running every rack quickly, staying in line, playing the right shots. Very impressive play. Look at that. No cinching here. Power draw all the way back. Gets straighter on the 10.
All the way through it.
On the hill, one more for the world title. Not really much you can do here.
She's pocketed 27 straight balls out of those opportunities and put 3 clicks on the scoreboard. She is now 1 game away from the Women's World 10-Ball Championship. Jasmine Ocean, and I believe that's one of the managers of the Ocean Academy.
Looking a little dejected. Not used to being in this spot in the final.
Probably not used to watching a player zip around the table and run racks like it's practice.
Sure.
That intimidates almost any player.
Not going to get one this time. Cut the break a little too much there. Jammed up the rack a little bit because of the cut. Yeah, offense was too tough there for you. Didn't really have anything. Possible she left enough of the side rail for Centeno to get into the 1 here.
If she could reach it, she could kind of swerve it a little bit rail first.
Yeah, I think
But
the 9's just blocking too much of the rail, so she's going to go all the way up to the long, short rail here. First mistake in a bunch of games. Not that that's easy. It's a half mistake, but first real opening for you in about 4 games. Just caught a little too much spin there. You moving the cue ball a little more there because she wanted to be able to reach it over on the right side of the table. Didn't want to shoot it with the bridge. Cue ball's tracking out to the left here. She can open it up around the 7. Could go between the 4 or 5 if she likes as well. Nice shot. Look at this. Yu's not going to lay down in this match. That's a great shot there.
No.
Right in line. Feel the way she's played at the 5 passes the 8. If it doesn't, she'll be able to play the 5 in the side. Looks like she's going to go side here. Can play it at a speed where the cue ball hits the rail and kind of kills into position. Always an advantage.
Good view of the delivery of the cue and the ball through the pocket.
Good shot. Got back in line now. She's going to have to break in the 14th rack. 13th rack. Pardon me, 14th rack. Looking to maintain angle on the 9 here. Probably be a typical diagonal draw off the side rail, off both long rails. Nicely played. Perfect position to have a strong enough stroke at it. Coming back.
Bringing the cue ball to about where she is now. For this 10 ball.
Shot. Oh, strong response from you. First chance she got. Right back to running out. 8-5, and what a great match we have going here. Han's been mixing it up on the break. Seen her go from the side rail twice and the middle 3 times. Be interesting to see what she chooses here.
Semi-finalists for this game were both from Great Britain, Kelly Fisher and Allison Fisher.
2 veterans still at the top of the game, especially Allison.
Chezka Centeno took down the defending champion, Che-Yu Cho. Han Yu took down Rubelin Amit. in the quarterfinals. She changed the break to the center.
Got the 9. How's the 1 looking? It's there. Cue ball's going to have to travel towards the 2, but she'll be happy to get a shot here. Might have to swerve the cue ball a little bit. But even if she does, I feel like she'll go for it. It's tracking the cue ball the right way. Cue ball is going to kind of extend towards the 6, and that's what she's guarding against.
There's the ball to give her trouble.
Could have been real bad for her there. Not going to be able to pocket the 2. Spin just kind of ran out. She knew she had to get away from the 6. She was trying to draw it, but tough to judge the exact amount of draw when you're kind of slow drawing it like that when the object ball is far away. This is going to be too light. Going to leave it in the side. Nope.
Kind of a natural safety there, isn't it?
Yeah, there's definitely
Natural
safes on the
safes, yeah.
table. Centeno gets up so quick that we can't even call it a safe, but
Yeah,
that was the
just
most
a roll-up,
obvious
sure.
one. Yeah, nice shot there. Got her in a bad spot here. Only negative for Centeno, she's tied up to 410.
You like kicking at this ball 1 rail or 2?
I think 1's okay here. Tough to get a kick safe out of it. And she was trying to hit a very small portion of the ball there because she knew if she hit it squarely, she wasn't going to get safe a lot of the time. Just missed it on the right side. Centeno's going to go into the 4 here. First chance to win the set. She doesn't have to go into the 4. She could play an angle on the 3 where she comes up short rail and back into it.
Going into the 4, she could get snookered behind the 7, depending on how she hits
Yeah,
the 4.
that's why she's considering the 3 over the 2. Here it comes. Here comes the shot. First good chance here. Nice hit. Didn't get the roll though. Was the 4? No, I don't think it's there. Can't pocket it, but she'll be able to play safe. Good shot. Might catch the window here. She did. Ooh, that's a tricky roll there.
Gonna have to re-save.
Couldn't really do anything. Didn't really do anything wrong there. Opened up the breakout properly. Gave herself a good chance to get a safe. But these are the breaks that Yu's going to need in the comeback. Just going to leave the 4. Here we go.
Really just has to make it. The position's natural on the 5.
Yeah, the cue ball could hit the 7, but I feel like it's going to come back on top of it. Nice shot. got straight here. She could power straight back. Look at this. Oh, it didn't come into the 6 properly. Just not quite rolling how she wants here. Again, has a safe option. She's still in control. There's a real thin cut to the side. I think she's considering it. Safes. She's going side. Look at this shot. Cue ball's coming around naturally. Nice shot.
3 balls.
Right in line now. What a performance here by Centeno. 2 balls left for her first world title.
And Chezka Centeno is your 2023 Women's World Timbal Champion here in Klagenfurt, Austria.
Big smile on her face. Great performance in the final.
First world title of many to come.
She'll be smiling for a while.
Jetzt brauchen wir euch noch einmal einen riesen Applaus for the new world champion coming up from the Philippines. Chezka Centeno, neuer Champion, new world champion. Und bitte klatscht noch weiter. Please keep on clapping for the new champion. Und bitte auch ein Applaus für die zweitplatzierte representing China, Han Yu. It was a tough game, close game.
Ladies and gentlemen, the new world champion. We want to do the interview also for the TV stations, and I want to have Ruben, come on to translate. Please come to our middle. What emotions right here after this game. Chezka, first of all, congrats, please. If you find some few words, lead us through your emotions. Please, Ruben, can you translate for her?
Just crying.
So, some few words. Miss World Champion.
This is my dream. This is my champion.
We'll leave it for that. Thanks. Congrats again. Thank you so much. And we will have the interview maybe in front of our ceremonies. We will come back with the men's big final at 6:30 p.m. And afterwards, we will have the award ceremonies of the women's and the men finals. So leave it for that. See you later on the TV stations. Bye.
So, jetzt nochmal Applaus. Wahnsinn. Zu Tränen gerührt. Unglaublich. Das Interview, Marco, das reicht mir noch.
Wahnsinn. Was ist hier los in Klagenfurt? Unglaublich.
Jetzt gibt es auch die schönen Fotos, Marco. Mit den Männern geht es weiter. Das wird ähnlich spannend, ist einmal prognostiziert zumindest.
Genau. 18:30 Uhr heute dann das Finale der Herren, ebenfalls genauso hochkarätig besetzt. Wie gesagt, einer der ganz, ganz großen, eine lebende Legende fast schon. Heute Shane Van Boening aus den USA tritt an gegen einen Jungspund aus Bosnien und Herzegowina, gegen Sanin Bechlivanovic, also die beiden Herren dann für das große Finale.
Also ab 18 Uhr, wer fein, wenn ihr da seid, bekommt Informationen zu den beiden Stars von uns. Und jetzt schauen wir mal und freuen uns mit der tollen Gewinnerin.
Yannick, Bonnie searching for you. Please come to the arena.